creatures as birds, insects, and even visiting and resident mammals, standing around trunk deep in the solid and fluid earth, chatting one another up about weather and traffic, about the good old days in the wilderness, and on occasion, when allowed by fortune, about the wonder of it all, the wonder of each moment from beginning to end, and when it, all of it, no doubt, will begin again. Kindness. It is speculated Dharma has a beginning and an end. Both are kindness. Strolling through bucolic meadows seeking wisdom may inflict ignorance and leave us starving for a sense of peace. When we blunder into poverty streets, starving is about food. Peace is seldom to be found. Flowers and meadows are merely sad dreams of those in pain. If we retreat to silence, yet hear in our minds the thunder of words, can we find our way back to the emptiness within them? Often the middle path to kindness centered in each of us may only be traveled with patience. It can be difficult to be both patient and kind. Peace, it has been said, is an abused child who has taken refuge beyond the stars. Perhaps she will only come to rest in our minds when she believes we can be trusted. If wisdom should drive us into the arms of compassion, a path towards kindness leads through the suffering of others. When our destination becomes compassion, we already are where we are going. Thank you.
Thank you. So next up we have Stephanie, then Jack, then Edwin, and then Larry. So just give them a nice round of welcome here. Senator from Sacramento and San Francisco.
It's called The Angels and Their Mother. Angels, their single mother, father out of the picture, no money, destitute. At least they have their house, much debt, mother depressed, no work, gambles what little she has, stays high, fails to communicate, pay the bills, pick up the kids, or come home at night. The girls feed themselves and huddle under the covers. Cold house. Laundry piles up. School their only salvation. Life out of control. Where is the father? Looking for work, addicted, restraining order against his return, homeless. Typical American family. Almost boring, except what about the two angels? The ones crying themselves to sleep. A blanket of love comes from everyone they meet. They watch TV believing it's real life because what they have could not possibly be real. Left in the wilderness to fend for themselves, they will learn to be wild, like the animals that raise them. This one is about a different type of angel, and it's called sugar bombs. The demon imagines a bevy of angels flying towards him as he flies away. He parries to protect his cover, hurtling little sugar-coated bombs their way, but aiming towards his innocent captor, who stands back apart as part of the vanishing landscape and the setting sun. He will dance, he will lie, he will do anything not to be blackballed as the demon he is by the angels whom he respects. They have the ear of the Great Spirit, but fiercely guard their own. Things may be said about him that might damage his position, that might expose his demon nature. Firing both guns as he hurries to leave love's gravitational force, he will be gone soon off into the vacuum of space, which curves as creation events and the gases of space-time continuum offer new opportunities for poetry.
Liquor bar. I forgot that I had this up here. I could do this all the time. Now, so we have Jack Melander, then Edwin, then looks like Gary, then
Bruce.
Bruce, thank you. I was going to get that. Bruce, Charles, myself, and then Debbie. So give him a nice round of applause. Thank you very much.
Hearken ye lank and rangy hellions of the city night, loping from one street like fog fall to the next gathering urban vices. Not what's best for all is best for each, but what's best for each is best for all, those surveil the suspect individual. Whatever church and school preach, it's time again for being rugged. Feel free, though wrongly bugged. But don't stop perfecting your flirtation technique. Don't give up befriending devastated sensitivities, if any, no matter what. Let's talk distraction. How to welcome an interruption in the flow, writing, or the inspiration, truth to present friends, the dawning of plot, reader, persona, rhyme, figure. How be happily torn away. Then readily recur to that current when intervening pleasant duty accomplished, picking up all the threads from a rereading of the several latest verses so far. This is called techno-conscious. Eventually it becomes less important that evil be avenged on its agents and that it be curtailed. But an unwitting victim who becomes an agent of evil is blameless unless, growing aware of the nature of his agency, he persists in it. This is called preparation. Being with her in bed, her heart heat heartens me to ride the hill till morning.
Okay, we have Edwin, Drummond, then Gary, then Bruce, then Charles, then myself, Debbie, then Margaret Thatcher, and Annette Fumicello.
Hey, that's Charles Bukowski, right?
He couldn't make it.
Oh.
He's busy decomposing.
I cooked my first turkey this year.
All right.
Hey.
And it turned out, thank you. I wish I had a bit of it I could give you a bite of. But it was nice and juicy, not dry. And it reminded me of another turkey that made my acquaintance from a very vulnerable position in a hot tub. And the turkey. The week before had been Halloween. Arms folded behind his back, he strode out of the bushes towards the house in the woods we secluded at. A single wing beat up onto the rail of the deck. Every inch a diplomat. He stretched a raw red Lincoln-esque neck, decorated with wattles, pecking in our direction. Unruffled, chest risen like a wave, in slow parade he displayed and clucked, I got ready to duck, about the hot tub. Overlooking us, trembling candor, with a hint of Incan disdain, feet splayed like grappling hooks. Actually, when looking up, I saw the hank of grey-black hairs tucked in his pucker vest, the ardent, periscopic state, that imminent dignity and grim curiosity in my face. He began to look more like Bertrand Russell, as Klimt might have dreamt him before the First World War, or Sadat addressing the Knesset. My mind was warped before we met. And though the silky frond flipped across his beak suggests finessed distraction, the way a broker might tip after making a killing, funneling $1 million abroad, this poem's not about packaging my tunnel vision or yours. Another Native American on your way to the institution of Thanksgiving. The land is so silent, so violently silent. Now the page has gone. something we're all searching for. Happiness. In the morning, not to have a beer can in my hand. As I bend down, a couple of ants wheel into view. Not horsing around, on automatic, consorting a corpse, a one-winged fly, or a caterpillar's head and shoulders into the like mind simmering underground, where their queen lies, dispensing life to the writhing masses around hers. Not my idea either. Did it, while I paid a visit, happen that time I burst out laughing in a state park bathroom? One of those where you're afraid to lift the lid. Not sitting on the pot, of course, but squatted, my pants and briefs about my knees, not having a pocket, made a soft, handy shelf for the car keys. Could I forget? No doubt, straightening up, 10 feet down, plopped in the brown stew as I turn around to wipe, is virtually true. Conceiving of that worst luck first, leaving the keys tucked in my shoe, had me helpless. Mirth ricocheted around the bathroom, flew out the door and made my day on stage. More improvisation in a review of the meaning of life by Monty Python than a page I must sign off on. So say, for now, such as this is, an interplay of molecules called music, quirky flares of laughter, the lurking sense that mind thrives everywhere, even in the blip we leave behind. And then hereafter for the lightning insight in this pit of ghosts we all fall in, almost has you convinced, at least that when you have to go, you could still be alive and light up a face or two. No? It could be so.
I apologize about that going off. Usually I watch it and stop it, but I was daydreaming and listening, so I lost myself at that. Gary, come on up.
Tom?
Tom. Oh, Tom Gary. Sorry. I said I'll get to the last name. Give him a nice round. You haven't been here in a while, right? Okay.
It's from my chapbook, Angel Poems. And the first one is a presence known as hope. For within a valley with repetitious voices, the times can be counted that the angels feared, that the voices feared, an angel whose presence is known as hope. The valley hasn't changed. A garden representing peace of mind is always near to venture. An angel is there. Give me a moment. Whose presence is known as hope, who like a mountain runoff replenishes the river of life. Seasons can be endured, canyons no longer overwhelmed. Waterfalls appear from time to time, symbolizing an angel whose presence is known as hope. In conversation, presence together, the passing of time. Would I be who I am if it were not for an angel whose presence is known as hope? Can you explain? Angel, the paranoid insight, flashes for a second, can't quite connect. A reality unable to pronounce. Angel, where to? The medication, maybe let it go. Let something surface, perhaps help. He let the guardian angel go as a child. Angel, the paranoia. Could it be psychic intuition, medication seduced? Shadow of wings turns out to be that of an oak tree. Spoken of angel, he ponders, false security of belief. That which flutters could have been that of a hummingbird. memory which is shattered. A group of thoughts created you, angel. He's left with a should stop, should stay on medication. Note of an angel. The note, angel, feeling perpetual on my part. That note, after the blood's drawn in, release. Oh, angel, with you the moment never lasts long enough for my selfishness. To hear, feel the indulgence of the rush. Temperature. Body warm, flush of sweat. Your touch, angel, that's what it is. Okay, here's my Christmas poem. It's called Thoughtful Old Saint Nick. Old Saint Nick, copulated Mrs. Nick, tied off his arms, shot up some Christmas bliss. With dilated eyes and a hallucinated, inspired grin, he bleached his syringe and gave it a good rinse. A young female elf polished his knob, and to Old Nick's surprise, swallowed a big gob. She went down for more. Old Nick caressed her skin, and just for a moment, wondered, before him, who was the last to use that syringe. Now Old Nick liked to drink, especially on Christmas Eve, with a loud belch from deep inside his beer belly. Out of his mouth came a stench. He thought to himself, where's Mrs. Nick? As that young elf swallowed the last load of Old Nick's.
Thank you, Tom. All right. Bruce, then Charles, then myself, then Debbie, then our feature. Our feature is in the house. Could she kindly wave over there? But Carabita is in the house. Give her a nice wave. She'll be up in a while, and we'll have a nice, wonderful.
Or not.
Or not. That's up.
This is titled The Blue Church. There's a man from the east, he moves like midnight, like all your bad habits. He carries the early morning light. He has the most unusual hands, almost black, even the palms. There's hard truths and particularity in his prayers, the richest vein found in the darkest parts of his wholeness. It rips the ground and tears the sky, the beast can't get its fill. My joints are stiff, and my blood is black. Pain of the world courses through our veins. It starts right here and it starts right now. I'm stopping what I'm doing and making an offering. The knives are sharp and the walls are hard, the sacred often found near the scarring. My garden's looking rough, so I tried deep breathing. I went to the therapist, but I never learned how to give of myself. That man from the east, I asked him for a suggestion. He tells me not to think too hard. My body knows what to do. I have a bucket of dung. I dig an irrigation channel. I leave in the soil, but something's not getting through. There's a sickness going around. The angels have red eyes and high fever. They're forgetting who they really are. Dizzy and lightheaded. Hard to have a direction when the compass needle is bobbing erratic. They look for new boyfriends or eat gourmet chocolate. A fitness regime for slimming the body. Then maybe they'll be noticed. I followed my mother's hard road out on the edge where it's rough and strange. I couldn't find my way back. Couldn't find my way back. I suppose that's one way to commit. Commit to loss at every turn. Inside the desolation lives a presence. Behind the breath and under the dirt, my church, so close, so intimate, so hidden. The quiet salvation always there, an altar plain and tender at the back of the heart. They're growing roses down at the hobo camp. our world naturally tips towards the beautiful. Faceless men with forgotten names, ripped up and plowed under by circumstance. They're hidden in unacknowledged grief and aeration of the soil. Percolating down and bubbling up, shame, rage, and panic might be part of the greater wholeness. Heat from the future, flour from the past, under the fear and unnatural inflation, invisible bread is silently baking. The angels aren't perfect, their garden needs weeding. The angels need to be fed too. I sold my telescopes and scientific instruments, dirt of my life making me small. I suppose I was looking for completion. I met a girl once, she lived in a tool shed in a forgotten part of town. We drank rainwater and fed each other blueberries. She stuttered her words, but I liked her songs. I sealed my fate when I bought her some shoes. When summer came to an end, she slipped away. I still can't say what I got from her or what she received from me. Piece of the puzzle comes in unexpected ways. Some spirits are strong, some spirits are broken. Tide rushes out and the tide pools emerge, wild roses floating on the water. My garden is singing now, death songs of the plants and animals, nourish the moon and stars. I built my church, I built it from nothing, because it's nothing anyway. Mom was abandoned as a child, so she abandoned herself. Dad's whiskey jar, his faithful companion. I ran away as a boy, and I'm still running. I keep running into myself. And who is that lover, and who is that friend? Resources are running short, but the beauty of the ordinary never in scarce supply. I built my church from the junk I should have thrown out years ago. I built it right in the center of town, right where it'll never be found.
Thank you, Bruce. And now we have Charles, then myself, then Debbie and our feature, and Margaret Mead, Boss Mead, and General Mead. Give them a nice round.
Hi. This is the time of year when we get a little wistful for our relatives that are far away or gone. And sometimes we're those ones that are gone. This is a song I wrote called Pictures. Pictures in my wallet, everyone I love to keep them close. More than a little faded now, torn around the edges, still I keep them close. All my smiling friends from so long ago, slightly dated clothes. Yeah, I love them all, I feel so far away, yet I don't call. What kind of love is that anyway? Feels so good, feels so bad. What kind of love is that anyway? Only kind of love some folk have. Now the seasons have come around again. Here it is, fall, and you're pictured by the mantle, gather lots of dust, till I don't call. And the winter wind blows all the leaves into a pile, pull some of us away. Like to lay down that pile, let my love spark a fire and burn all my sins away. What kind of love is that anyway? Feels so good, feels so bad. What kind of love is that anyway? Only kind of love I have. Pictures in my wallet of everyone I love, still I don't call.
Yeah. That's Charles. Give it up for him. Another round. You guys are good.
Let me invite you out tomorrow night to the songwriter part, and the songwriters outnumber the poets on that night.
Yeah, that's every Thursday night here.
Thursday night, and it's free, and it's just as cool.
We'll be here.
All right.
You've cared and you've lasted this long. Let's see if you outlast me. I don't mean that. So anyway, in the announcement part, I forgot an announcement, and that is that next week, the 11th, will be the last, not the last, but the closing Sacred Grounds open mic for this year. So the 11th, after that, those next 2 weeks, we don't come back until the 8th of January. I'll tell everybody about that again and post it, but I just thought I'd say that now since I'm here and you're here and quietly listening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So these, in an inspiration of the moment, I have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and if I can remember the New Year's one, I'll do that one, but I don't think I can remember that, because I have to memorize it. Halloween. This is the Halloween theme poem. Death and Ode. This cold kiss, most desirous and dizzy. The finished flesh lay still and gray. The skeleton, a trophy of scars. Its mask, with grinning jaws, locked. And now for the Thanksgiving theme. File, perch, clerk and boss peck at the stuff laid out before them. They hunt and peck like giant chickens. In the office, we all are giant chickens. Where is the gravy? And this one, this is, oh, stop that person. And this one is about Christmas. In a different way. Peace. Create this once and you've created it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, 1,000 million never-ending times. Peace is what it is between any two thoughts, any two breaths, any two heartbeats, a stillness. Peace is what it is between the dreams, the wants and wishes, a stillness. Peace is what it is when nothing at all is happening, when the air is calm as the gold of day settles into night's deepening hues, there is a stillness. Peace is what it is in this world when the soul is unruffled with a simple indrawn breath, providing perspective before you simply react, when you look before you leap, as it were, and you keep a stillness. Peace is what it is on a tranquil pond with reflections that mirror life until that first duck skids in and a breeze wrinkles it, creating an impressionistic collage of green and sky sequins with a stillness. Peace is what it is when each step is a forward step on the path that lay easy before you with a gentle wind at your back and you walk along with a stillness. Peace is what it is when your quietude is like that of the new moons and you're reeling with the inspiration of a lover's serenade all on a lazy, hazy summer's night, and each clear, moving note is embraced by a stillness. Peace is what it is in harmony. It's the heart of the matter, and therefore all matter of the universe for all time, a stillness. Peace is what it is when you create it, and being that it is all there is, peace is a stillness. Create this once, and you've created it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, 1,000 million never-ending times. Peace is a stillness. Okay, I remember the New Year's one.
Yeah.
There may be snow on the roof, but darling, it's that moon again.
All right, then we have Debbie. Come on up. Give her a nice round. Then we have our feature coming up in just a moment.
Hey, this poem actually needs a little bit of an explanation. I just recently got diagnosed with narcolepsy. 25 years ago, I was misdiagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been to a poetry reading for about 3 years until I finally got some sleep. Dining on the remnants of 25 lost years. Tomorrow I shall begin my reign as a daylight vampire, because this time when the dark tries to take me, curling his cruel claws around the withering roots that my forest of dreams struggle to escape, I will be dead to the world, dead to the dark's bite, and I know the dance of the half-quickened, those who dance on the knife edge where one slip leaves rippling scars in my soul. But there on that thin slice of lies, the dark cannot follow me. It will be lost to me too, as I give over all of myself to caress dream's Leonin entrance, gaze upon the remnant of the Lord dream, wondering if he also wished more from his father, before wandering into the lost libraries, knowing too many shelves there are filled with the desecrations of my unfinished works, destroyed by a shredded memory as a three-headed snake denied me sleep, one wish too often, its poison becoming as familiar as my own thumping blood. And when I awake, a corpse learning to breathe again, I will finally know where to bury the dark that robbed me for 25 lost years. This is the poem I wrote to Johanna. I never had a chance to come here and read it because that was about the time that I couldn't drive anymore. Johanna. I miss you, Johanna, and I never told you thank you for welcoming me. You were the heart of sacred grounds for me, and when the ground was pulled out from under my stumbling feet, you were there for me, offering safe haven at the reading you built, not for yourself, as the shine of your silver hair wove us into your moonlight, but for us, the poets decimated by pinball economics, shadowed by unwanted graves, broken hearts on our sleeves, and you gave us word birds to chirp on our shoulder until our poems flooded back. Our tears dried up and a river of words came, reminding us that there is hope, always hope. When my bones disconnected, words no longer joining them together, you reminded me that Dorothy's scarecrow already had courage, as you pat me on the back with smiles. Sign me up and tell me to sit if I need to. Everybody was here to hear my poems. Yesterday I read you were gone on Facebook, put my head down and cried, as my youngest son gave me a hug. I feel adrift with no safe refuge, unable to walk beside or through my poems that slip away with my confidence. And as I stumble and fall again, a million letters, words, poems scattered around my crippled body, I look up through the tangle of my hair to see you there, reaching out to smooth my hair, offering me a smile and an ear with that twinkle of life in your eyes. You brought us the peace of trees, the redwood history of ancient stories. Your thrill at a new Hawaiian grandchild, always touching each person who came into the room. Now here at your memorial, encircled by the wonder of your friends who tell in a rain of poems that you are here and always will be. I know why this is sacred ground, knowing that you have left each of us a closet of visions, just waiting for us in your mansion of trees.
Thank you, Deb.
All right, and now our feature of the evening, Carolita, will be approaching the podium. Please give her a nice round. She is well known, well regarded, and she throws a party like I'm telling you. You can put it here if you want. Now we have some. Yeah, close by. You can take it out from this mic.
It's great to be here.
Glad to have you.
And indeed, I've been coming here a few years and seeing people pass on, move on to the other side. And I love that we're still here, and Dan keeps it going with this commitment to keep it going. It's a lot of work to do this stuff. You have to make a commitment to do this stuff. And thanks, Dan, for doing that.
You're welcome.
I'm just going to do sort of a little retrospective here tonight. And I do mean little. The time here given to the poets is very generous. And I'm sure it's very generous for the features also. But I'm just going to do 5 easy pieces here tonight, however long they are. And I'm going to start with the stuff that I've recently written, going back in retrospective to the stuff from long ago. So here we go. I want to invite all my friends to come on a journey with me under chemtrail skies, going where no one has gone before. 21st century road trip into the matrix, beyond brave new world. Bye-bye, are we there yet? Peekaboo, they see you. Trace, track, trace the license plates. Just rolling along, singing a song. You say privacy, and I say privacy. Privacy, privacy. Oh, let's call the whole thing off. I phone, you phone, we all phone. Yakety yak, Twitter, tweet, blog, texting. Yahoo! Here's my email. Let's get together sometime. NSA, cybersecurity, spies with little techno eyes. Doobie, digital do. Unchecked, out of balance, watch your P's and Q's. In the land of the free, home of the brave, wrong place, wrong time, here, there, everywhere, you may be committing a nameless crime. They're watching you. Wow! Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Smile and wave, look at me, in the cloud, wonderful me, look. Living the dream within the dream on Facebook. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Metadata, where'd you get those googly eyes? Trace, track, trace, track, trace. Can't you hear Snowden's whistle blow? Stop and search, safe and sound. Relax, Big Brother's got our backs. Can't get lost, always found. 21st century road trip. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Next stop, Disneyland. 21st century road trip. With all my friends, ain't life grand? Shh, I'm just saying, it's the bomb. Dynamite. First easy piece, second easy piece. The magic is gone. Peer into mysterious darkness. Concentrate. There he is. Shabby old stage magician, all frayed around the edges. Now you see him, soon you won't. Lost in haunted shadows, becoming a specter. Nary a trick up his ragged sleeve, disheveled, moth-eaten. He stumbles around in black threadbare cape, the faded red satin lining falling apart at the seams. Out of style, pointy Italian shoes down at the heels. Been years since they had a shine. Worn the hell out. In a forgotten pocket, soiled deck of cards, missing jacks and queens. The show is over! Someone tell him. Long ago, the rabbit hippity hopped out of the tattered top hat. Bye-bye, bunny. Never to be conjured up again. The lovely white doves flew the coop. Gone. Gone. The debonair flare. Body stiff and stooped, unable to take a proper bow. Gone the flawless trickery. Once you saw it, now you don't. Poof, sleight of hand, up in a puff of smoke, astounding illusions. Gone, vanished into thin air, along with most of his teeth, impeccable posture, the meticulous pencil-thin mustache, improbable jet black hair, all gone. He is a shambling testament to the fact that nothing lasts forever. So sad. No more polished patter, lingo, making us believe in magic. Never to grace the stage again, beautiful assistants. Dematerialized, levitated, sawed in half, misdirections. Boys all sexy, high heels, sequins, pasted on beauty pageant smiles. Some were lovers, 2 were wives, all gone to God knows where. Gone, the old razzle-dazzle, the fun of being fooled. Suspended disbelief, astonished gasps, never to be heard again. How did you do that? No, borrowed time has not been kind. The spell is broken. The master of deception gone. Hands no longer quicker than the eye, too unsteady to wave a magic wand. An embarrassment, senile old sorcerer. Disoriented, confused mind, forgetting to say abracadabra. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, boys and girls. Dry your tears. No more magical mystery tour. Disappeared into smoke and mirrors. Hocus pocus. Worn out wizard gave up the ghost. Final disappearing act. No more ta-da's, oohs, ahs. Adios, ciao, bon nuit, show's over, move along, folks. Nothing more to see. The magic is gone. A footnote. Don't bother to clap. Tinkerbell is dead. Glad you're not taking this literally. All right, moving right along. For a while I was doing paint, ship, poems. Still doing them. Still working on stuff. 2014 I'll crack open some stuff, finish some stuff up. Anyway, I was doing paint, ship, poems. Getting all these paint chips with all these names, all these poetic names and strange names and odd names. It's just colors. And wow, I thought, man, this is a trip. Some of these words that are used to describe these paint colors are amazing. And so this is paint chip poem number 1, and it was published in a really cool journal periodical thing called Outer Hour. And so anyway, all these paint chip colors were a springboard to tell the story, and in the story are paint chip colors. I wonder how many of you can believe that are these paint. Anyway, never mind about that. Here we go. Paint chip colors, obsessively going through piles of paint chip colors, taking paint chip colors, making a story. Here we go. I'm not getting this far. Little Linda, in her tattered, once fine, hot, pink party dress, was a punk rock, bombshell, smarty pants. She stayed in a rundown stucco apartment complex called the Casa Royale. She was paying the bills with a literary arts grant and working on a screenplay. That's what one does when living in sunny LA. Little Linda had a black cat named Whimsical Whiskers, an iguana, Pinky, the white rabbit, a sweet singing parakeet, and a tadpole in a jar. She called them her babies. One morning, while drinking sassafras tea and smoking a big, fat, blueberry bud, she said aloud, "Damn, I love being me." Last call. Send in the clowns. We could use a few laughs. Old Barnum and Bailey, bombastic buffoons, clowns. Circus Vargas, OGs, grease-painted grotesques, clowns. swaggering, stumbling, lumbering clowns. Huge shoes flapping, horns honking, arms flailing clowns. Senselessly running around in circles. Zany, fake, frolic, a deceptive romp. Clowns. A dozen of them, tumbling out of a tiny car. Chaos, bedlam. Leering, malicious-looking midget in baby bonnet, brandishing, exploding cigar. Slap-happy clown mama propels carriage careening about, all stripes and polka dots. Enormous balloon memories swing from side to side. Bustle butt follows, insanely bouncing up and down. The monstrosity. Fortissimo. The band plays on and on and on. Circus music in overdrive. Unending crescendo assaults the ears. Whoopee! Mayhem! Clowns to the left of me. Clowns to the right of me. Oh, look at them. Garish, candy-colored, creepy fright wigs. Mismatched, ragtag, ill-fitting clothes. Oh no, watch your back. Melancholy, sad sacks looking like homeless hobos up to no good. Galumphing, wild and woolly, demonic, filthy, red-nosed bastards. Bully bozos on the attack. Thwack, whack with a rubber bat, splat with the spritzer. Ha ha, gotcha, right in the kisser. Here it comes, big finale. Swift kick in the ass. Clowns. Knock 'em, sock 'em down, and they get right back up again. Ready for another round. And there's no goddamn gaiety to any of it. Oh, what the hell. Crank up clown crazy. Send in the big guns, the B-movie psychotic killer clowns, zombie clowns, politico clowns, corporate clowns, odious rodeo clowns. This ain't no kid party. I know the score. Let's have some fun. Last call. Bring 'em on. Clowns don't scare me anymore. And last piece, written a long time ago, but still, as the cliche goes, fresh as a daisy, one of those peace daisies. Stuff from the 60s, with girls wearing daisies. A famous poster of the daisy being put into the barrel of a gun. Fresh as a fucking daisy, darling. Very old piece. It's my last piece because I'm a proponent of less is more, so I don't become a bore to you and me. Has the economy collapsed yet? Another day, another dollar. God damn, it's all about the money. Old money, smart money, easy money, hard-earned money, fuck you money. Drug money, funny money, other people's money, corporate money, laundered money, blood money. Making a killing, follow the money. Laughing and crying all the way to the bank. Money to burn, filing for Chapter 11. A penny saved is a penny earned. Spare change, spare change. Spending money like a drunken sailor. When it rains, you know it rains. Pennies from heaven. Put your money where your mouth is, you can't take it with you. Money can't buy love, money can't buy happiness. Loot's the root. You better believe it. Shit. It's all a crapshoot. Queer as a $3 bill, you have been written out of a will. Money is no object. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. Want to bet? It's a lottery dream. The do-re-mi, a Ponzi scheme. All about the green, baby. A mark, a buck, a yen, or a pound is all that makes the world go round. Makes the world go round. Money doesn't grow on trees. No money down, big bucks living large, paid through the nose on Easy Street. Throwing good money after bad, it's nothing but chump change. You get what you pay for, the money shot. You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Show me the money saving for a rainy day, living beyond your means, fixed income, making ends meet, breaking even, coming up short, turning a profit in the black, in the red. Time is money. Loads of insurance and you're worth more dead. Or as a church mouse headed for the poorhouse. Cold, hard, cash on the barrelhead. Easy come, easy go. Yeah, he's loaded, rolling in dough. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You want to go out and have some fun? You got to spend some cash and let the good times roll. Bad credit, no credit, double your money. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Winner takes all. In God we trust. The Midas touch. Spend thrift. Penny pincher, tightwad, cheapskate, money grubber, fat cat, trust fund baby, filthy rich bitch. Love for sale, advertising, young love for sale. Who's prepared to pay the price for a trip to paradise? Sweet young love for sale. It's tax deductible. A fool and his money are soon parted. God will provide. Money crisis, brother, can you spare a dime? I'm down on my luck, busted, financially embarrassed, broke as fuck. It takes money to make money. You look like $1 million. Make quick money at home at your kitchen table, in your underwear. Buy now, pay later. Shake your money maker. Only $99.99. Cha-ching. Nickel and dimed. Hey, big spender. Spend a little time with me. Cha-ching, debt ceiling as the economy collapsed. Debt money makes the world go round. That clinking, clanking sound makes the world go round, round. Greed breeds the need for more money, more money, more money. Cha-ching, bling, bling, cash is king. Money talks, bullshit walks. No money, no honey, a penny for your thoughts. Pay the rent, pay the bills. There's gold in them Nar hills, hidden paid dirt, losing your shirt. The high cost of living, right on the money. Life is cheap, the almighty buck stops nowhere. Nothing but dead presidents, war, taxes. And yeah, baby, it's only money. And this piece was put in 16th in the Mission in September of 2007, but it was written a long time ago, and my pleasure to do this here for you tonight. And I hope I didn't bore you too much. I think I'm getting off just in time, where less is more. And adios, and thanks for your attention.
Yeah.
All right, I love this. I can sit down and grab a mic and say hello to Mike. Hi, Mike. We're going to take a 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, is our normal time to schmooze. We have people who have books for sale here, so check those out. And talk to your neighbors, shake hands, and Be friendly. We'll be back in 10 short minutes. 10 short minutes it is. 10 short minutes. The lovely selection of both.
It's probably buffering, but I'll check it when I get home. See how I I can do almost I didn't like I hated this last time. Well, I like very old. No, so you don't want to. No, maybe I'll make it so you can fix up there.
Great travels, I read you. That was 22 years ago. Yeah.
And then I got up and I needed it. And I was in the middle of the night and working
Well, you know what I find? If you don't have like
Yeah, I know. I got it.
And those are really good.
I actually got
yeah, that would be this we might somebody has five t-shirts. You could sell like maybe $15 or $16 a piece. I could sell it take 5. If it's so, you might make an extra 30 or 40 bucks, or maybe even 100. You could sell the shirts for 20 or 25.
Yeah. The guy that should be don't worry about copyright or it's going to cost us too much money. Maybe the give their permission. So that's something we deal with. I wouldn't even worry.
But a few shirts is
I'm I need to
Maybe the year
I'd rather play
noble force. As opposed to that fake.
great.
God. Well, we'll see.
Oh, and he yelled at me, told me I wasn't used to things at the same 25. Then told me to do the opposite of what he told me to do. Older than I am. But the test line, I needed to have a 24-hour test. Apparently, if you're narcoleptic, you can take a nap. If you have sleep apnea, which I did, you're told to never take a nap.
I'm sorry this thing's in the way, but if I don't lean it up, it... I'm the illustrator. You know, I do the paintings. I also do... You still painting? Yeah. I've got a business card up there if you're interested. I'm Jonathan. I'm Chris. I do commission portraits of family portraits, you know, make good Christmas presents. I also do sell my own paintings, you know. I've got a lot of works in paper here. They go for like 50. Just works on paper. And then those are sliding scale prices, you know. Yeah.
I have to buy a hamburger on that way home.
I can make shades. You know, but this wasn't from my like going to sleep.
Everything about $8 on buying a hamburger on the way home.
So I take the diabetes medicine.
Well, get her number, you can call her up.
It turns out that it's only a side effect of desire, like 3%.
Hey, yeah.
I seem to not. So, and it also changed my, and it changed my taste buds where my skin started to taste like black bean dust. Everything started to taste like black bean dust. So now I'm...
Did you get a card?
I did, yeah.
And I'm going to write some on it because I need something needs to happen.
6 hours before doing the siren, and I can't eat for 2 hours before doing the siren. This is just a cigarette. So I'm supposed to take these drugs 5 times, and I have to
I might go like this.
Yeah, then I'll pity on you and I'll give you soup.
I'm feeling better. I actually I couldn't write. And the
I'm working on the
I was trying to write about halfway through, I sent a new video which just destroyed trying to write. So I started doing embroidery.
What that says is that that's my website, and the prices that the guy's charging are high end. I'm like real negotiable. So you go to the website, you can see my work, what it looks like. But
So, you know,
I do pay 4 people in the hundreds, and he's charging in the thousands. Also, I take time payments. Like this lady right here, Buster David Moe picture. She's paying me $100 when she can, you know? So bear all that in mind.
Do you do it from a picture or?
I do it from a photo. A clear photo. The clearer the better. And if I can see the pimples and the best, you know? And they can be black and white. I supply the color. So.
Oh, I didn't see the one on the air.
There's no way.
Yeah, that's Carlos. That's Carlos. That poet. They hear it for years. He's the guy that directed us here 8 years ago. I knew you'd like it. I know you're. That's why I put it up there.
I found, like, I buy them in lots from this person.
My work on papers.
Huh?
There's a freedom.
I got one spray of freedom.
You don't care a thing.
And stain.
Also,
and repair work, right, left, center. And it's been really consuming because I'm trying to make things.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
But it's like, well, if I could.
she's a bank teller, you know, and she wants. I've been trying for years to be better to.
I'm really trying to fit. You know, my youngest son, not feeling well either.
I have early.
So he had missed the meal, so we got him some mattress, and we're trying a couple of things to see if he can sleep better, but Jeremy told us 8 years ago.
Really?
So I have definitely he's out of shape.
Hey, it's good to meet you.
It's been 3 years since the first time I've gone there.
Yeah, the weather made it I thought is it
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to resume, I presume. So come and take your seats. Put them where they belong and let them relax. And we're having people coming back in, having seats. Our first performer, we have, just give me the next 4. We have Owen Dunkel, Jonathan, David, and then Clara Suda. The first 4 up, then Cesar, then Chris the Mini, and Greg. Iron Fist, Mr. Greg, the Iron Fist Pond will be the closer. So, without further ado, Mr. Owen Dunkel, give him a round, please. Bring him up with a nice round.
Apparently I come up sooner than I thought. I'm not the last one.
Thank you.
For people that say they can't hear me, can you?
We can hear you loud and clear, Owen Dunkel.
Called poem. Erickson T. W.C. I sit pensively in the sea as men mark time, march strangely through my real, strangely opaque, thoroughly fake gates of treason against reason. This is a poem to H.D. Moe that Claire published in an anthology. It's called To H.D. Moe, after reading Nightmare Vitamins. I try your imagination on for size. I'm jealous of every image. Truly a light bulb metaphysician. Genius is a metaphor. Waves, The horrid plumaged sea, nests of rococo curls, everlasting pink. Sea foam banished its face from love tide's busy angst. Pange lingua gloriose. Please hurry our salvation, dripping from stars too naughty to relinquish love to their haughty pride-sung demeanor of right reason, standing in the pink shell sea foam, still as Christ, even we breathe. Let's see. Fine air. As seafull noon rises, a calm, placid December, quiet as a thoughtful sun, stand atop the sharp, spiteful moon that narrows the spirit we travel to like a hound in a wolf pack, moving noiselessly down Terrible Street. Minds as sharp as religion, dressed as teenage men living with their prayer books disguised as suits with narrow lapels with thick, thin black and yellow silver fur. A child alone at noon tears down the days as though a man has started, about the streets has started to riot. Fire engines' noisy sirens lull to the indifference, only the blessed, a proseur here, a proseur there. I look up to a vast open sky. It happened that way, north of Market. Only a Libra, said mad September as he looked me right in the eye at nearly 6 o'clock. The sun going down among the clouds over the moody sunset. Snap the colors, and the clocks in your head will start dancing to the stars. I'm trivial among toads, I said to my mind, sitting, talking, laughing, gently to its dancing bear of a bow. Curtain called the bliss of dazes, look of the Christmas lights on the icy trees. In North Beach, Washington Square Park, red, yellow, orange, blue penetrates the window of the dark days, awaiting the sky blue dawn. This was about our cat. Our cat was called Punder. And it enjoys some popularity. Punder, lying in residence for mother and father. Oh, noble Punder, gray as a sphinx. I worship your eyes, gray-green with knowledge. Eyes green as the ocean floor. I knock at your large door. Great black hunter, so full of poise to please yourself. May 1,000 birds fall, like ripe plums all fallen. Catch as no cat can catch a man. Paws that stretch like ocean's view, ponder wise, shine like new. Cling yet swing, spells death to many, a bird on the wing. Claws he has with sharp ends, hunted down many our fine feathered friends. All you sparrows, jays and wrens, robin redbreast, this is the end. For every night when the moon comes through and fogs is heavy like morning dew, to the grist, the brambles, the briar, comes Punder. As he stalks there every flyer through the long grass, and he ever tire. Mother and father, on whom I write yon ditty, found off wise, sometimes witty, as I now sit writing, stewing the lines. The times ahead, not without these fears, have prevented my tongue from saying what I wanted to say. Foolish fears these were that kept me away. Now Punder knows, and I do too, what's right, what's wrong, with me, with you. He's been here, he's been there, he's never dropped us along the way. He's never worked, stopped only to play. He's shown us, he's known us, an example to many cats. He rests a sleepy snake's head. Life for him an eternal bed of roses and flies and lilies' delight. Prancing through the night, like Shelley on the wing, like birds take flight. My words take flight. Noble Punder outlives us all.
Yeah.
going to read the next few people. We have Jonathan, then David, Clara, Cesar, Chris, Armini, and then Greg. So, Jonathan, come on up. Give him a nice round.
So I have two short poems tonight. First one's called The Pina Colada. I am frozen in a block of ice the size of a small sweatshop in Southeast Asia. My hair is gangrened and flowing off my body like the hanging gardens of Babylon. My pink flesh now grayish stone slabs. I appear as a college professor gesticulating wildly to my students, who, having heard enough of my wild tangents, decided to freeze me in this block of ice. I'm using mind energy now, slowly thawing myself a frozen ship to carry me to freedom. I decide to pass all and any rescue ships, and instead head straight for this tropical beach bar I've been dreaming about for the past 5 years. The Pina Colada is beckoning to me, conveying me across the waters. This next one's called The Whale. I swim the seas of dwindling star reflections, where moonbeam saline streams drift ever into horizons. I kiss the floating air, the mirror of my sustenance. I steer this form with languid grace, my brain a weightless boulder. The sun erupts its lava flow into my turquoise jelly, where battleships and submarines chase ancient galleons filled with money. It came upon me like a welcome respite from too many heavenly harems. Drowned in darkness now, I clipped above to find my Zeppelin's sortie. My endless swoop caught swift sushi chopping metal. Alarms go off like bomb raiding sirens as red ribbons trail my magnificence into the abyss.
All right, David and Clara. David, good night. David Airdrop. Who will be teaching here on January 22nd?
So I'll be here on January 22nd. This coming Monday, I'll be featured at Poetry Express in Berkeley, which is now at the Himalaya Cafe up the street from Sacramento on University. We left Priya, we're at Himalaya.
Himalayan flavors.
Yeah. Himalayan flavors, thank you. Here's one I think we can all relate to. Sacred grounds goes round and round, outlives poets, leaps and bounds, spinning top to bottom, see? Speak, sing, realize, presence, freed, simple thread, spun round your head, circlet, jeweled, bedecked in leaf, alive with laughter, pain, and grief, a place where spirits quicken, gather, delighting in each other's blather. So share your soul, your stinky feet. No sweat, just get something to eat. I wrote that on October 9th, so here's what I've been writing the last week. This is recent stuff. Finally, dating again after 12 years. It's good to check the equipment once in a while. Speak like a horn. I'll take an alto, thank you. That sexy lilt at the bottom of her range. None of that grating screech that sets my teeth on edge. Just enough tenor overlap to give androgyny a good name. Good thing she can't hit bass notes or dragons would fly out her nose. Know what I mean? Keep me apprised of my time, sir. This is gravity, well, or it can't be serious. If you can see what's invisible, then you can see what's indivisible. If you know what's prime, then you realize what's at stake. If the comfort of a rod and staff matches the peg of your heart, then let's face it, nail our toes together, mesh the grid as 1 or 0, calculate if the area under a curved line is what makes you so beautiful, or if it is your intangibles pushing the boundaries of other dimensions, leaving nothing to avoid. That was written by